member for Leduc Beaumont is rising.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Alberta's youth are often overstressed from trying to balance work, school, and their social life. During this formative time for our young people, extra stress can create a platform for mental illness and anxiety to foster. Can the Minister of Health please inform the House about the resources available to aid youth struggling with mental health problems?
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'm pleased to rise and answer the member's question. We campaigned on a fresh approach to mental health and addiction and a real plan, Mr. Speaker. That includes the appointment of the Associate Minister of Addictions and Mental Health and a commitment of over $100 million for a mental health strategy. And we're investing in a full continuum of care with a strong focus on prevention and with youth, Mr. Speaker. Our strategy will increase access in primary care because that's where we can intervene earlier to address a mental health problem before it becomes a crisis.
The Honourable Member for Leduc Beaumont is rising.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the Minister. Given that all young people can benefit from having access to these resources, and given that my constituents may not be aware of these resources, and given the importance of lowering the stigma around mental health and increasing access to information, can the Minister comment on how these services are advertised to those young people who need them the most?
I believe that the Speaker is on his feet, and as we've learned on numerous occasions this week, that when the Speaker's on his feet, everybody else stops talking. When he's seated, you all have your opportunity. The Honourable Member or Minister of Health.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, we do know that youth can be hard to reach, especially when they're dealing with mental health issues. Information about accessing mental health services is provided through 811, 211, through the AHS website, through social media. And we're going to put patients at the center of the healthcare system. That means working with providers in the community because they know their clients better than the government ever can. And Minister Luan is doing exactly that. In fact, just yesterday, he had a great meeting with the CASA here in Edmonton.
I just remind the Minister of Health that no matter what the reason is, we wouldn't want to use the name of a minister or otherwise. The member for Leduc Beaumont.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you again to the Minister. Given the larger municipalities have greater access to mental health resources when compared to rural areas or smaller communities such as Leduc Beaumont, and given that youth in these communities are just as likely to suffer from mental health illness than the youth in larger municipalities, can the Minister please inform my constituents about how these mental health services and advertising will be made accessible to the communities?
The Minister of Health.
Well, Mr. Speaker, there are more than 135 addiction and mental health community clinics throughout Alberta. There are also 3 youth integrated hubs in the province which provide drop-in services. The hubs are a partnership with primary healthcare providers and other community services. We also fund services in schools across the province through the Mental Health Capacity Building Program, and those are the foundations of the system. And we'll build on them, Mr. Speaker, with our mental health strategy to make sure real improvements in access across the province.